Jamie Lee Curtis was already a celebrated actress when she stepped onto the set of True Lies, but nothing could prepare the world for the daring choices she made for her role. What unfolded behind the cameras was a mixture of fear, courage, and unexpected moments that would leave even the most seasoned actors shaken. Curtis's dedication went beyond professional boundaries, turning every scene she touched into a story of risk, intensity, and haunting realism. Few could anticipate the physical and emotional toll hidden behind her iconic performance, and even fewer knew the consequences it would bring to those around her. This is a journey into the shadowed corners of one of cinema's most unforgettable productions. One of the most talked about moments in True Lies began as a seemingly simple scene. Jamie Lee Curtis performing a sensual, provocative dance for Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. On the surface, it appeared effortless, full of boldness and chemistry. But what the audience never saw was the tension beneath every step, every sway, and every movement. As Curtis danced on the bed, a misstep caused her to slip off the bedpost, a moment of vulnerability that could have ended the take. Instead of halting production, director James Cameron recognized the raw authenticity of the fall and chose to leave it in the final cut. That decision preserved a real, unguarded response, immortalizing a glimpse of human fragility amid a carefully controlled Hollywood set. But Curtis's risks did not end with a simple slip. The actress was set to perform one of the film's most dangerous stunts, dangling from a helicopter over the ocean at considerable heights. While stunt doubles were available and the option for safety was clear, Curtis insisted on completing the stunt herself. Weeks of rigorous mental and physical preparation preceded that fateful day, each drill a rehearsal against fear, each repetition a confrontation with potential disaster. She was aware that the smallest mistake could cost her her life, yet she approached the challenge with unwavering determination. Even her decision to perform the stunt on her 36th birthday carried symbolic weight, a private confrontation with mortality and a testament to her resolve. Curtis's calm and focused demeanor during the stunt allowed the sequence to be filmed at speeds reaching 70 miles per hour, with her maintaining posture and composure against forces that would unnerve even seasoned stunt professionals. It was not only a testament to her courage, but also a stark reminder of the unseen dangers actors face to bring fantasy to life. Behind the allure and glamour, Curtis confronted fear in its most immediate and unyielding form, proving that even the most polished performances carry the weight of real sacrifice. While Jamie Lee Curtis carried the film's daring intensity, True Lies also relied heavily on humor to balance the tension, and Tom Arnold's presence on set became a key element in achieving that balance. Playing Albert Gibson, the wisecracking sidekick to Schwarzenegger's Harry Tasker, Arnold brought a real-life edge to the comedy that resonated on screen. Many of his most memorable lines were not scripted. One in particular, about ice cube trays being taken in a divorce, was drawn directly from Arnold's highly publicized split with Roseanne Barr. This improvised detail lent authenticity to Gibson's bitter yet humorous character, grounding the film's comedy in reality. Arnold's casting was far from straightforward. Studio executives were hesitant due to his controversial divorce, worried it might overshadow the production. James Cameron, however, recognized Arnold's improvisational brilliance and comedic timing, insisting on his inclusion and even threatening to walk away if the studio refused. The gamble paid off. Arnold's interactions with Schwarzenegger created a dynamic that softened the film's more intense sequences, while providing moments of levity that felt spontaneous, not forced. Cameron's commitment to authenticity extended beyond the actors. He spared no expense in creating real-world spectacle, renting actual military aircraft, including 3 U.S. Marine Harrier jets, to capture aerial sequences. Each hour of flight time cost $2,410, totaling approximately $100,000. Yet the realism added a tangible thrill that no visual effect could replicate. This pursuit of authenticity carried over to the smallest details, demonstrating Cameron's meticulous attention to creating a world that felt both grand and credible. And even within the comedic aspects, Curtis and Schwarzenegger faced intense preparation. The tango scene, for instance, required Schwarzenegger to train for 6 months, studying under professional instructors and drawing inspiration from iconic performances like Al Pacino's in Scent of a Woman. For an action star accustomed to gunfire and explosions, mastering the elegance and subtlety of the dance was a challenge that demanded discipline and focus, mirroring the dedication Curtis showed in her most dangerous scenes. Together, their performances blurred the line between artifice and reality, a delicate balance of humor, risk, and raw human presence. While the glamour of Hollywood can make action scenes appear effortless, True Lies hid a far more perilous reality behind its thrilling sequences. Jamie Lee Curtis, already known for her fearless dedication, faced one of the most dangerous stunts in her career when she agreed to dangle from a helicopter high above the ocean. The scene could have been handled by a professional stunt double, but Curtis insisted on performing it herself. She spent weeks preparing mentally and physically, rehearsing every movement with precision to withstand the helicopter's force, and the wind whipping past her at speeds of up to 70 miles per hour. The stunt took place on her 36th birthday, a symbolic gesture that reflected her personal challenge and commitment to authenticity. James Cameron himself was equally involved in the danger. When Curtis questioned the necessity of risking her safety, Cameron explained he would hang from the helicopter door to film her close-up, leading Curtis to match his courage with her own. The result was a sequence that combined raw suspense with the grace and composure Curtis displayed, making the moment unforgettable and entirely real. The final cut retained every second, capturing the tension and bravery in a way that CGI could never replicate. Arnold Schwarzenegger, too, faced life-threatening situations during filming. One close call involved a passenger jet on an Air Force Base runway. Miscommunication between the stunt team and pilots left Schwarzenegger clinging to the exterior of the moving plane as its engines roared to life. The aircraft surged forward at over 120 miles per hour, and only Schwarzenegger's quick reactions prevented a catastrophic accident. The intensity of such moments underscores the dangerous environment behind the polished action sequences audiences see on screen. Even deleted scenes reveal the meticulous planning and peril involved. A removed grenade sequence, originally intended to heighten suspense and showcase Helen Tasker's cleverness, demonstrates the film's reliance on precise choreography and timing. Its absence from the final cut shows the delicate balance filmmakers maintained between thrilling audiences and ensuring safety. Every stunt, improvised moment, and careful calculation contributed to a film where danger and artistry were inseparably intertwined, shaping True Lies into a landmark of action cinema. Behind the polished action and comedic timing of True Lies, the reality on set was far from glamorous. Even as Jamie Lee Curtis risked her life dangling from a helicopter, other members of the cast and crew faced dangers and mishaps that revealed the high stakes of blockbuster filmmaking. One of the most alarming incidents involved young actress Eliza Dushku, who played Dana Tasker, the daughter of Harry and Helen. At just 12 years old, Dushku faced situations that no child actor should endure. She later revealed that a stunt coordinator made inappropriate sexual remarks toward her, leaving her feeling unsafe and vulnerable. The impact of such behavior was profound, casting a shadow over what was otherwise considered a carefully orchestrated production. Dushku also suffered a serious physical injury during a stunt gone wrong. While suspended by a rig intended to protect her, she collided with a nearby platform and fractured her ribs. The incident, she claimed, resulted from negligence on set, raising critical questions about child safety in Hollywood. Her family pursued legal action, demanding accountability, and the revelations forced industry-wide conversations about the treatment of young performers. These moments stand in stark contrast to the audience's perception of the film as a flawless mix of action, comedy, and romance. Even adult cast members were not immune to near tragedies. Schwarzenegger faced a heart-stopping moment on the Air Force Base runway, where miscommunication with pilots left him clinging to a taxiing passenger jet as it accelerated. The powerful jet engines roared, threatening to fling him into danger, but his quick reflexes narrowly averted disaster. Such incidents underscore the perilous environment that existed behind the camera, where preparation, courage, and sheer luck were the thin line between life and death. Despite these risks, the production continued, pushing actors and crew to the edge of their limits. The juxtaposition of thrilling cinematic sequences and real-world danger created a haunting tension. While audiences marveled at the adrenaline-fueled spectacle on screen, few knew the physical and emotional toll it exacted. The hidden struggles of the cast and crew, from injuries to harassment, reveal a darker, more tragic layer of filmmaking that remained invisible behind the final cut. Amid the chaos of stunts and dangerous setups, True Lies also hid moments of genuine humor, many of which were never scripted. Tom Arnold, cast as Harry Tasker's witty sidekick Albert Gibson, brought more than just comic relief. He infused scenes with fragments of his own turbulent life. One iconic line, "She even took the ice cube trays from the freezer," was lifted directly from his messy divorce from comedian Roseanne Barr. Arnold had jokingly shared the detail with director James Cameron, who immediately recognized its comedic potential and told Arnold to use it in the film. The spontaneous, painfully relatable humor provided depth to Albert's character, blending levity with an underlying sense of heartbreak that mirrored real-life experiences. Schwarzenegger, usually associated with gunfire and explosions, faced an entirely different challenge, mastering the tango for one of the film's most memorable sequences. For 6 months, he trained under professional instructors, dedicating himself to perfecting each step and pivot with meticulous precision. Inspired by Al Pacino's performance in Scent of a Woman, Schwarzenegger sought to capture a similar elegance on the dance floor. Audiences may have been captivated by his poise, but few realized the sheer determination required to transform an action hero into a believable dancer. It was a rare glimpse of vulnerability and discipline, a counterpoint to the hyper-masculine persona audiences expected. Jamie Lee Curtis, already pushing boundaries with her daring performances, demonstrated remarkable composure during a scene that involved her slipping from a bedpost. While initially perceived as an accident, Curtis later revealed the fall was carefully planned, limited to only 2 takes to avoid injury. Her professionalism, paired with Schwarzenegger's genuine surprise, amplified the scene's humor and realism. Director James Cameron's decision to keep it in the final cut highlights the rare magic that arises when controlled risk meets spontaneous reaction. The blend of unscripted moments, real-life inspirations, and disciplined performances created a layered narrative that extended beyond the screen. It's this delicate balance between danger, dedication, and humor that gives True Lies a depth often overlooked. The actor's personal contributions, drawn from life experiences and relentless training, turned what could have been simple action sequences into a tapestry of human emotion, fear, and unexpected levity. Not everything that was filmed for True Lies made it to the big screen. One of the most intense sequences, involving a live grenade placed between Helen Tasker's legs during a kidnapping, was cut for pacing reasons. In the original scene, Helen kept her composure, taunting the antagonist with biting humor while passing the grenade to Harry, who cleverly rearmed it with her diamond earring. The deleted footage would have not only enhanced the suspense, but also deepened the couple's connection during life-threatening moments. Its removal left certain events in the movie feeling abrupt, stripping away context that could have made the climax even more compelling. While some of these omissions were artistic choices, other moments were dangerously real. Arnold Schwarzenegger experienced one of the closest brushes with death in his entire career while filming an action scene on an Air Force Base runway. His character was supposed to detach from a taxiing passenger jet before takeoff, but a miscommunication with the stunt team and pilots meant he remained attached as the engines roared to life. Clinging to the fuselage, Schwarzenegger was propelled down the runway at more than 120 miles per hour. Only his quick thinking and reflexes saved him from potentially fatal injury. This near tragedy underscored the real-life stakes behind cinematic spectacle, reminding everyone that the risks were far from fictional. For young actors, the dangers extended beyond stunts. Eliza Dushku, who portrayed Harry and Helen's daughter, Dana, revealed years later that she endured both physical injury and inappropriate behavior from crew members at just 12 years old. A stunt gone wrong left her with injured ribs, and unsettling comments from a coordinator created lasting discomfort. Her allegations sparked legal action and highlighted the critical need for protection and accountability on set, casting a shadow over a production often remembered for its thrills and comedy. Even years later, True Lies remains a film of contrasts. Breathtaking stunts paired with hidden dangers, calculated humor alongside raw, personal truth, and cinematic spectacle intertwined with human vulnerability. The layers of risk, dedication, and real-life experiences embedded in the film reveal a story far richer and darker than the blockbuster audiences first encountered. Beneath the glitz and adrenaline lies a reminder that the making of movies can be as compelling and tragic as the stories they tell. True Lies gave us unforgettable moments of courage, humor, and danger. But behind the camera, the story was far more complicated and intense than most fans realize. From Jamie Lee Curtis's fearless performances to Schwarzenegger's near-death experience and the challenges faced by young actors, the film's legacy is a mix of triumph and tragedy. Which behind-the-scenes story shocked you the most? Was it Curtis's daring stunts, Schwarzenegger's close call, or Dushku's revelations? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more untold Hollywood stories.